All right, we're live on Hangouts, and we're just waiting for the YouTube crowd to come in with their. They're always $1 short. We're just waiting for the. Oops. There we go. I forgot to mute myself as well. So, all right, let's see where we're at. All right, welcome live from the crossroads of America to a talk show about guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. Answer questions from the audience and listeners here. Just put it in the chat or send me an email at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com. We are broadcasting on gun channels and YouTube. The audio files from these podcasts that I do, they normally on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher within 24 hours of the show ending. I have a Patreon page that helps me a little bit, with the what little bit I get out of there. I normally use it for basically using it for postage mainly, and I don't get a lot. But that's okay. I don't mind doing it. But I just thought I'd throw it out there. I have a Spreadshirt thing too on Rick's Life as I see it. Just type in Rick's Life or Spotted Rick and my stuff should come up. And I think that's about it on that stuff. And I just want to say hi to everybody. We got unknown user, Jason, blind shooter, John Brown Productions, Midnight Range. Who else we got in here? Jason. Did I say Jason Stewart? He's here. So that's on YouTube, and then on gun channels we've got Sean Ponnery. Jason Stewart's over there as well. Tony York's on there. Dead Horse is there at the moment. So we do that. I've got a link to the chat room if you want to join on the gun channel side. So if you want to get over there and get on the link, get on this thing here, you're more than welcome. And at the moment, I'm on the panel. At the moment, we just got Tony, but I mean Tony's just a big guy on his own. We can carry it, just the two of us. We're the two powerhouses of the panel, anyway.
It may be a considerably shorter show.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. But I mean, that happens sometimes. I'm being corked right now too by Never Enough Ammo. He started the show at 2:30.
There's also a lobby chat going too.
Yeah. So, that's fine. I mean, I do I like it happening? No, but I understand it. I mean, it gives people choices what they want to listen to. I mean, so we got three things running at the same time. So people have their choice of what they want to do. I mean, that's really capitalism at its best, really, when you think about it. So, Andrew Faulkner just joined us. Oh, what's it? Blind shooter snitches get stitches. Blind shooter said he was never going to snitch on you guys. He never said that. It's all right in the chat there. Blind shooter said he couldn't make it in the thing there, but he was going to watch the crazies in the chat room, and everybody says he's in there to snitch on them all. Okay, so anyway, I'll introduce my one and only panelist right now, which is Tony. How you doing, Tony?
Hey, man, I'm doing about as well as can be expected, considering that it was gorgeous the past few days until the weekend got here, and now it's freaking chilly and rainy.
Oh, we had thunder and lightning about an hour or so ago down here. I mean, the rain was coming down. Yeah, so
it's been like 70 degrees yesterday and 68 the day before, just sunny and pretty. And I was thinking, man, if this would hold out, I'm going to the range, but no.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. Oh, Patriot in the Dark has joined us.
Uh-oh. Hello.
You need a watch?
Hey, did you know he was the winner of the free 50 patches from the Owl and Anchor contest that we
That was only 25.
Some of us got chosen to participate in.
That's rigged, man. I know.
Oh, I know it was rigged all along.
Yeah. It's because of my looks.
That's what I'm saying. Because of your look, and you gave her an under the table bribe.
No. And actually, you and Tony are the only ones that ever seen me, besides G. So
yeah,
because I messed up with my camera because Gary.
Yeah. So
usually I have it disabled, so no matter what, it won't come on unless I go into my settings. But
the only thing I got here is I don't have a camera on this computer or my computer at home. But if I'm on my freaking tablet, and it's so small, I can't tell that I'm on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, unknown user says it's not a secret that Angelina is sweet on Patriot, so it's rigged.
Oh no!
Vanessa Kitty's joined us. How you doing? But that's okay. Hey, I mean, I think that will make a nice patch. Actually, your avatar there. So I'm expecting one of those along with my sticker too.
Oh yeah.
I did send you my address last week.
Yes, I have your envelope sitting here because I was contemplating what size envelope to send.
Well, leave it open for when the patches come. You can throw one of those in.
All right.
I'm avoiding the collecting patches like the plague. I've already got enough habitual addictions to collecting crap.
Yeah. No, the patch thing. I don't know what it is. I just plaster them on the door of my. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's in there. It's in the camera. I just plaster them on the door of my thing here.
Lots of people are into it, but it's just, God, I don't need one more thing.
Yeah.
See, when I got in here, it said it was off air. So it still says we're off air.
No, we're live.
Yeah, I was looking at that and it said off air.
Yeah, Tony had trouble with it as well getting in here, so I don't know what's happened.
It told me it redirected me too many times.
Yeah, well, maybe that link I put in the email wasn't got screwed up somehow.
Hey, that is a possibility.
Yeah,
and possible reason why nobody else is in here.
Yeah.
That worked fine for me to get in. It just says that we're off air. So
no, we're not. We are live.
Lucky I didn't give away my super duper secret.
That's right.
Are there any secrets left?
Oh, there's all sorts of secrets.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, might as well get this show going. What I was in talk with, what I so far heard is, with California and the court case on the magazine ban went in the good side's favor for now. It's more likely go back to the Ninth Supreme Court, the Ninth District, is it?
What?
Yeah. Did you last night? Dead Horse was talking about that, and he kind of because I hadn't heard anything about it, but I guess the new law that they were going after, that they were trying to appeal, was going after the godfathering, whatever it is, where you can keep what you had before the original law went into effect. They were trying to say, unequivocally, you can't have them any longer, even if you had them from before. And that's what they were going after and saying that was not constitutional, where you can just totally ban something outright after they bought it, which is a big thing, obviously, with the bump stocks, and it could have good effects all over the place. But
absolutely. I mean, and he also said that, I'm trying to think how he worded it. because I was watching, is it Guns and Gadgets? He put out a little 7-minute video today about it. That the judge said it's, what they're trying to do does not pass constitutional scrutiny. So it's illegal. What they're trying to do is unconstitutional.
Well, the thing is this is not the first decent gun law that's been approved by that 3-judge panel, and then goes to the full ninth, and they kick it back because they're freaking liberals.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, just remember that it does, even with this going through, it doesn't change that original one that banned after a certain date. I believe it was only the change that they were trying to grandfather or get rid of all the ones that you had prior. Now, don't quote me. I didn't read it. That's what Dead Horse was talking about.
The way it was written, but the way I heard it read, because Guns and Gadgets, I watched his video and he actually read the actual. It must be on. He put a link in his video. I didn't go get it, where the actual thing that the judge wrote is online, 96 pages of it, and on there it says that the way it's interpreted is if it stands, right, a Californian can go buy a 30-round magazine.
See, like I said, I didn't read it, but as far as what I heard, it was just that additional change where they were trying to retroactive, get rid of things from prior, which if that was the case, because that just outright, totally banned something that was legally possessed at one point. But once that law changed or whatever, and they banned 10 rounds or more or whatever it is, I think it only deals with that retroactive thing. Now, I could be wrong. It could be the whole thing, but I doubt seriously they're going to say that, because they can limit it. They just can't totally outright ban something that you owned legally without compensation.
The way he read it and the way I interpreted it, I got to go get the thing myself.
But he's from Massachusetts.
They'll be able to buy it because it's illegal to ban something that's available everywhere. Like the AR-15 comes with do they come with a 30-round magazine, or is that 20-round magazine they come with?
Most of them are 30. Depends where obviously where you live.
Yeah,
but restrictions. But it's not the fact
it's restricting it to 10.
Yeah, but that's okay in their eyes. But to us it's not. But when they go and say, okay, well, if you have it before June 1st or whatever it is.
Vanessa's read it too.
Okay.
She goes, it says that the 10-round ban is unconstitutional.
Yeah. Okay, that could be read both ways, though. A total ban where you cannot own anything, even if you owned it legally, is one thing, versus you can't buy it now after a certain date. So I'm just saying that
I understand what you're saying.
Make sure you look at it. Don't just assume and
there I
bring
am
a case of a man.
There I am coming up with something positive, and you go all negative on me, Patriot.
No, I'm just saying that. But the idea that they can say that something that you owned legally is now illegal and it's not grandfathered and you can't keep it, that falls into the effect where it will affect, say, a bump stock ban or things like of that nature, where they say it doesn't matter if you owned it legally, now it's illegal, so you can't have it. There's a difference between restricting something to the future, which they both suck either way. I mean, it's not something that we want, but that wording it that way, where it could say you can't just totally outright ban something and take something that was legal yesterday and make it totally illegal, will affect a lot of things if it does stand. But I mean, they should get rid of the whole thing. But
the way I got it was the same as Vanessa and Rick.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 10 round limit was unconstitutional.
Yeah. Well, Andrew Faulkner wants to know what he's winning today from you, Patriot.
This is Saturday. This is Tony's day to give away, revolvers and stuff.
God, bite me.
Yeah. Well, anyway, even if it's what you say, it would be good for. I mean, as you said, for like the bump stocks, it said if you as of what was it, Tuesday, if you had one, it was illegal. It wasn't grandfathered in at all. You know,
it's just, I mean, either way, something that removes restrictions is good, but just depending on, I mean, I would definitely look at it. Like I said, I haven't read it, so I don't know. And nobody's done a Defend Liberty project on that thing, so I'm just saying.
At this point, it doesn't make a heck of a lot of difference until it goes up to the 9th and see what happens with the full court. If the full court accepts it, then that's great, but I doubt that they will because they are not gun friendly. So then they have to decide if they're going to push it into the federal Supreme Court. And if they'll hear it, I've been saying for several years now that that's California and Hawaii, and like that's only hope is the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there we go on that one.
So, Rick, are you still getting feedback from me?
No, we're good now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty good news with the. I think with the. I care much more about the magazines that do bump stocks, but I think I'm pretty safe here in Alaska. But of course, that would for California, it's pretty good news.
Okay, now Casino Boss put in here case number 317 CV 1017 of something of the code there in California. Order granting plaintiff's motion or summary judgment declaring California Penal Code unconstitutional and enjoining enforcement, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, if it goes to the 9th Circuit and what they call it, banc, when all 11 of them get together, is it, or 9 of them get together, and they turn
court.
When they do the full Supreme Court and they deny it, then it would go up to the Supreme Court, United States Supreme Court. But that doesn't mean they're going to pick it up.
I'll tell you, at some point, the Supreme Court's going to have to weigh in on some of this because we have different district courts saying the opposite thing of each other.
Yeah, but, I mean, look at those 2 judges from the Supreme Court that wouldn't, on the stay on the bump stocks. They wouldn't, they said no, the ban stands, so. Oh, there we go. So there we go. Then the other good news. Oh, Squib's joined us. How you doing, Squib?
Squibby.
Hey, Tony. I just got your 2 messages there on YouTube. I was having reception issues earlier.
Well, I figured you'd get them eventually.
Yeah. So the next thing on my list so far is the FOID card in Illinois. That's another good thing for the Second Amendment, isn't it, Tony?
I'm not sure where I stand on that because the FOID card is so intertwined with our concealed carry card that I hate to give the state an opportunity to screw the whole damn works over. Would I like to see the FOID system gone? Yeah. But at the expense of concealed carry? No.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so what? You have to have a FOID card to get concealed carry, right?
Well, yeah. But then your concealed carry card kind of, you don't have to carry your FOID anymore because the concealed carry card works for both.
Yeah, so when you go to the FFL, you just show your carry permit.
Right.
Yeah.
But what would change? I mean, how are they intertwined?
Well, when you get your concealed carry permit, you no longer need your FOID card.
Okay.
I think they're the same number too. Hang on, I'll look.
Yeah, I mean, because the FOID card is a license to own or a license to purchase or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a requirement to purchase. Basically, you kind of went through a quote unquote background check to be legal to purchase a gun.
Yeah. So all you're doing is, I mean, and the way they've done it now is if you got a concealed carry, you can you show that, and that's just as good as showing your FOID card, is what they're saying, right?
Right.
Exactly. Personally, I don't think if they do away with the FOID card, right, I don't think it would affect your concealed carry card whatsoever.
Yeah, my FOID card and my concealed carry are same number.
Okay. Andrew Faulkner says the carry permit is a permanent to purchase and carry. You know? Yeah. What is Andrew Faulkner? Are you in Illinois? You know?
Nope, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Some gun shops won't accept it. They will not accept your the concealed carry card, like Walmart won't. Absolutely not.
Now, do you use that for ammunition as well, or is it just firearms?
Ammunition as well, yes.
Is it?
You got to have that to buy ammunition?
Yep.
Unless you're from out of state.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, if you're from out of state, you can come in here and use your damn driver's license. But I can't.
Yeah. But you've also got to, in Illinois, Guitar Man Pete says, in Illinois, you can't have a gun in your house without a FOID card. Is that correct?
So far as I know, that's not correct.
That's not correct.
You can own a gun, and they may have changed this. You just couldn't take it anywhere.
But how did you get the gun without the FOID card?
Well, it's in your house from when your folks lived there, and they died and left the damn gun there.
I wonder if all the gangbangers in Chicago have FOID cards.
No. They may have closed that as a friggin' loophole, but you could not buy ammo or you're not legally able to take the gun out of your house without a FOID card.
Okay.
So effectively, you can't get it, you can't take it, without the FOID. I know of people that I'm directly related to that have never had a FOID card and refused, and they still own guns.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, I think it's a good thing if they say it's unconstitutional. Because really, when you think about it, it's a semi-backdoor registration scheme.
Sure, it is.
They don't know what guns you have, but they know if you have a FOID card, it's a damn good chance you're going to get a gun, or you know what I'm saying. So it gives them a rough idea of who's got a gun and who hasn't in the state. I think.
Well, yeah, it gives them doors to knock on for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. So but it was the same for me. As I've said this before, it's the same for me when I lived in Rhode Island. You had to have answer that stupid 20 quiz question, pay $5, and get this blue card to be able to purchase a weapon, a firearm. Same person, same principle.
For all of my adult life that I can remember, I've had to have a FOID card. It doesn't cost but $10 for 10 years. It really isn't that much of a hassle to deal with. It is a second form of photo ID, which is kind of handy at some points. So I don't really have that much issue with the FOID card. Would I like to see the whole damn thing gone? Yeah. I'd love to have constitutional carry. Am I going to hold my breath and kick on the FOID card? No.
Okay.
I just want to know if Squib is still hiking. That's all I want to know. Did you get lost, Squib? Are you still
Dude, that
hiking?
was last August.
I know, I know. I
Takes
saw
me
the
forever to edit and post a video, but you will see some more hiking videos. You will.
Hope you bought some hiking boots.
Don't get lost.
I
Hiking
will be
boots.
breaking in new boots
Yes.
the hard way.
I'll tell you what, so many
In
people
the shower.
up here in Juneau, Alaska get lost when they go hiking and are never found again. It's ridiculous. There's a lot of people.
That's because the bears get them.
I
One
think
time-
maybe.
One time when I was hiking in Nevada, I came running down the hill because I stopped every 3 feet to take a picture, and my wife got way ahead of me. So I was like, I better catch up. And I come running down the hill, and I blew past her and kept going. And this guy stops me, and he goes, hey, are you running away from a mountain lion? And I said, dude, if I was, do you think I'd stop to tell you? I might stop to throw him down so he becomes bait or dinner or something. I don't know, whatever.
If I was running from a
That's why
mountain
you
lion,
passed
I'd
your
have
wife.
shot you in the leg.
It's a ridiculous question to ask a man that is running. So, but really, Patriots alluding to one of the ways that we would break in new boots in the Marine Corps. Take them in the shower and rinse them off, break them down, and all that, and it'll soften up the leather and stuff like that. What I used to do is I would take brand new boots and I'd run 3 miles in them, and I'd have sore feet, but it'd break the boot done that day. So I've got some new boots that I need to do some hiking in, and I probably should have worn.
Now you're roboting on us now.
I would just.
You roboted on us.
What's
Didn't
that?
hear a word.
Never mind.
You need to put on about 160-pound pack and then go run 3 miles. They'll be good and working then.
Hey, Tony, I got a question for you.
Dude,
Yeah.
I didn't
So you're in
carry
Illinois.
160 pounds when I was in.
Squib's done. So I don't know if any of y'all watch Mule Team 66.
I do not.
Okay, well, he lives in Illinois too, and I cannot remember the little town he lives in, but he said in one of his videos that his town, they voted and they turned his town into a sanctuary city for gun owners. Have you heard anything like that?
We've got 63 counties that have done that, maybe 70 by now.
What about the county you live in?
Yeah, the county I live in did it 6 months ago.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we're almost at 3:30 here, so I mean, got people in here. So let me give the answer to my quiz from last week while I'm here. And
Shit, I don't care. I never win.
you never enter.
Well, that's true.
Okay, and what it was for was, hang on, I got a couple of stickers here, and then that's those ones. That's the big ones. I might just start mailing them in an envelope, save me some money. But then we got this patch here. This is a patch with a B on it. I'm not sure what it stands for. We got this star. Then we got the most important thing in here, my sticker. I was hoping to have patches, but Patriot won. The freebies from Alan Anchor. But she did. I give credit to her, Angelina. She's going to, if I want patches, she'll give us a discount. So I'm going to take her up on that. Then my little trading card here. I've only got about 2 of these left. If G's watching, So, all right. So that's the prize. And let me throw it all back in this box here. The question was, in the 1960 film The Alamo, I wanted to know what was the primary firearm for James Bowie, or Bowie, however you wish to pronounce it. Bowie, yeah. But people, you got lever action. Some people call it lever action. So Anyway, the answer is a 7-barreled knock gun is what it was in .52 caliber. So
Nice.
that was the answer. Okay, then I've got my handy little web page here of the random picker. We had what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We only had 5 entries for this one, so a good chance of people winning. All right, here we go. Draw now. Jason Stewart has won again.
Oh, it's rigged.
I mean, I tell you what, I'm going to
Congratulations.
the ban list with the rest of the people. You know?
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, Jason, you won. So there we go. Hey, I got a great. I got a like the prize for this week's question. I mean, I got a whole hoop and stuff here. I got a my sticker, my little trading card, Allen Anchor sticker, Gizzard Gary sticker, American flag, some trading cards, or not cards, business cards. I got a shooting sight patch. I got this is a wooden thing. I don't know what it is, but it looked pretty cool. Thrown that in there. Got a little wristband. Got a bunch of other one on the floor, and I don't know what was that dropped on the floor. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I better pick that one up because that one's. I'll go put this all back in the bag later. Let me just get it all back in the envelope so I don't lose it. And also in this one, where I think I can pick it up. There we go. Is a key ring. What's it say on there? Live free or die. So that's also in the package for this when I get the question out later for this week. So there we go. All right. What else was I going to talk about? You got any quizzes you want to do today, Patriot, or are you just doing that on Wednesdays now?
I think I'm going to hold off and do it on Wednesdays.
That works for me. That works. That's good. That's good. So, unknown user says I want the Gizzard Gary sticker. Well, you went to the competition for this week, and you might win. So okay,
what's on the bracelet?
Hell, I don't know.
Is it a color?
It's a dark color.
Sorry.
What is it? Hang on. It's got tape all over it. Hang on.
I'm just doing this for Tony, so.
Yeah. Pro-American. That's what it says on it. Pro-American hashtag. Hell, I can't read it. I'm blind as a bat.
Arms ain't long enough, are they?
So there you go.
Thanks, Rick.
All that's included. So, but I do have some cool stuff coming up in future weeks. As I said, I got this whole. I haven't even gone through it all yet. I've got this whole box full of stuff from. I got things here. I got pens. I've even got little chapstick things. I got writing pads. I got stickers. And there's some patches in here, too. All this came from Clover Tech. So I got all that coming. Then also I got some really cool patches that I might add in there at the same time from Allen Anchor. I mean, I got some real cool ones here and some cards and stickers and stuff. So we're going to, for the next few weeks, we're going to have some decent prizes. So there we go. What did I do with my favorite patch? Did I throw it in there with the other one? Anyway, there's one patch she gave me that was two of them. One was in red, one was in white. I kept the one in white. What it says on there is keep calm. It's only a flesh wound. For some reason, I find that one fascinating. So I got that stuck on my my thing here already. And what did I do with it? Now you got me. See, I'm meant to be doing a chat show here. Yeah, I put it in the prize pack. You know. See, I got this one. This is the other one right here. That I'm giving this away next week. It's keep calm. It's only a flesh wound patch. I think that's a pretty cool patch. So I got to come up with a good question for that. You know, that's the hardest part of all this is finding all these questions. You know, I got a good one for this week. But anyway, let's carry on. What have I got written down here? Now, talking about that California case. Now, it's been stated that they actually a lot of that the NRA actually backed that one. You know, so I mean,
I think the NRA backs a lot of these cases, and people just don't know about it, or they don't care because they hate the NRA, and they're never going to change. They don't know why they hate the NRA. They just hate the NRA. You know?
Yeah. But anyway, I'm glad they done it. It will, you know. I mean, unfortunately, I agree with you. I mean, I'm an NRA member, and but their image has been tarnished over the red flag law and the bump stock ban. It has. So this is a good way to get back in the, good. It's a start to trying to make amends for some of the shit they have done.
Well, I think LaPierre, I think he does need to step down and maybe get somebody new in there if they want to change their image.
Yeah. Well, hey,
I don't know how people miss the fact that the NRA is not doing anything that they haven't done throughout their whole damned existence.
Mm.
Yeah. I read an article. I said I should have kept it. There was actually an article in my local paper here that the NRA are putting on a shoot, a training, on clay pigeons and stuff like that, and firing a 22 at some steel targets for free at this shooting range over in English, Indiana. That's what they've been doing for over 100 years. That's the kind of stuff they do, and people forget that. So.
Am I roboting now?
No, you're good now. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see how long it lasts. No, Tony made a good point. I think some people that jumping on YouTube and complaining about the NRA, and don't get me wrong, the NRA they're not saints, but
you're robot. Oh, my damn cat keeps walking across my damn computer here. Look at this big boy. Can people see him?
Good God, that's a fat cat, man.
That
is a huge cat, Rick.
He's a Maine Coon. I got two of them. He's the small one. So this is the friendly one. He likes being held. He'll stay here all day if I let him. So get down.
That'd feed a Chinese family of 12 for a week.
Yeah, he jumps. What happens? He jumps up here and sneaks up on me. Then they see he just jumped up again. You can see his tail in the camera. God damn it, cat!
I had a cat. My ex-girlfriend gave me. It was a kitten, and I have two young sons, both under 10. And I swear, I've tried with that cat. I've kept him for about a year. he was trained in the litter box and everything. And we moved to our new apartment, has carpet. He started pissing on the carpet. And I cannot take that. I hate the smell of cat pee.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he just wouldn't stop. So I had to give him to a family friend. I can't handle that smell. You know.
Oh, yeah. I totally agree with you. I mean, I'm forever. I know it's totally off topic from guns and everything else, but yeah, with two of them, that's a constant. I'm always fighting that litter box and to keep that cat smell down or out.
It's every day. Every day you got to clean up at. I mean, it's.
Oh, I clean up after mine 2 or 3 times a day to get for the smell doesn't get around. Because I know I'm going wrong. One of the cats is a diabetic, and he pees a lot, so I'm always cleaning it out. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, back to talk.
The biggest problem is you started off with the word cat. After that, everything else is
cats make fine targets.
So, anyway. Okay, now you guys in Illinois. What in the hell are you doing dropping all charges against Jesse Summit? How you pronounce his last name? I don't see how that happened.
Well, Michelle Obama called the attorney in charge and threatened her with death or offered her money or something. Chicago has got the best public employees that money can buy.
True. Yeah. But, I mean, I just think it's disgraceful.
Yeah. I think the police department should sue them civilly to pay back all the stuff that, all their investigation and stuff, because that'll do a lot more than him getting a, Club Med
and
vacation.
the mayor wants the money back for what they spent on all that. Now I say, but I mean, I was thinking because I mean, personally, I think he's an asshole for a mayor, But I thought, well, hey, that ain't bad. He's actually on our side on this one, But then he comes out with at the end there, well, it is Trump's fault that all this happened because of the Reddick.
Rahm Emanuel will never be on our side with anything ever.
No, you're right.
He's a Democratic stooge.
But
we just happened to fall into agreement on one thing.
Yeah. But then he goes and ruins it and says it's Trump's fault.
I'm sure the reasons aren't the same though.
No.
Could be the same.
Well, I think the Russians did it actually, but because they were
North Korea.
Yeah, and he's already got his job back, doesn't he?
Yeah, I believe he has got his job back and everything else. That's what's so sickening. You think? I mean, he'd done all that. All charges are dropped. He gets his job back. But
that's
I mean, like that meme I've been seeing, which is awful, which is true. Then Roseanne puts out a tweet and she's lost everything. So. Where's the white privilege there?
Well, I'm watching Roseanne on TV, reruns. I never liked Roseanne until she did that. Now I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, Philo says I would like to see him pay the $130,000, that costs. But I don't think he will. I mean, something major else is going to come along and all this will be forgotten. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes in this crazy world of ours. So there was something else. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know why they had it on the headlines on my news page because I thought it was old news where it said Dick's Sporting Goods lost $150 million because of the stopping sales of weapons in their stores. But they now what's strange, they've lost $150 million, but their stock price has gone up. So
Yeah, I don't know, because the first part was that they stopped selling AR-15s, and then this last recent one is just across the board, no firearms.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, just I don't know. Jason Stewart said AOC beat me up, called me names, and made me call her boss. I was just out to get a sandwich, minding my own business. Yeah, but no, talking about that, did you see that? I mean, is it a political stunt where that woman's come up and said Joe Biden, kissed her on the back of the head standing in line or some shit? Anybody
Whatever it
read that?
is, it's good for us because Biden is going to be Trump's most challengeable opponent if he runs, I think.
Yeah. Well, I do too. But according to Steve Bannon, who worked for Trump for a little while there, he reckons the ticket that's going to be the hardest, that has a good chance of beating Trump, is Kamala Harris and Beto O'Rourke. He goes, that's the one that's saying. He said he doesn't think they'll win, but they're the ones that saying will put up the best showing against him.
No, Bannon's an idiot if he said that because
Yeah,
Biden can win the Rust Belt. He can win Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin.
So it would be a Biden Beano or whatever the hell that other guy's name is. That would be the ticket.
Yeah, but
that's a scary one.
If it's true on this sort of allegation of, I mean, as the woman said, she didn't think she didn't class it. I mean, this is what I find it strange. She said she didn't think it met the standard of sort of like sexual abuse, but it was creepy type thing, But I always thought he was creepy anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, he has a long history of being a creep toward women. I mean, the photos are out there,
Yeah, yeah.
But let's just hope that he doesn't get in the race. Let's be honest, because like Patriot said, Biden and Beto, I mean, that's the ticket, man. Because Cory Booker's going to do nothing. Booker's going to do nothing. Kamala Harris going to do nothing. These other people are nobody. But Beto has the momentum behind him, and Joe Biden can win the Rust Belt. I mean, Trump can't win unless he wins Ohio and Pennsylvania again, and Wisconsin and Michigan.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Here's something that Unknown User sent me going back to the this is a paragraph, one of the paragraphs that the judge wrote. I'm assuming that's what, yeah. It goes, when this is some of the words he said, Patriot. When thousands of people are rioting, as happened in Los Angeles in 92, or more recently when Antifa members in Berkeley in 2017, a 10-round limit for self-defense is a severe burden. When a group of armed burglars breaks into a citizen's home at night and the homeowner in pajamas must choose between using their left hand to grab either a telephone, a flashlight, or an extra 10-round magazine, the burden is severe. Which one is far from help? When one is far from help, it is sparsely populated part of the state, and law enforcement may not be able to respond in a timely manner, the burden of a 10-round limit is severe. When a major earthquake causes power outages, gas and water lines erupts, collapse bridges and buildings, and chaos, the burden of a 10-round magazine limit is severe. When food distribution channels are disrupted, subsistence becomes scarce while criminals run rampant, the burden of a 10-round magazine limit is severe. Surely the rights protected by the Second Amendment are not to be trimmed away as unnecessary because today's litigation happens during the best of times. It may be the best of times in Sunnyvale. It may be the worst of times in Bombay Beach. California's ban covers the entire state at all times. So, I mean, that's the kind of stuff he wrote in there. It was some good stuff, That's part of what he wrote, how it limits everybody. So, So we need to, what's called it? Oh, not unknown user. When we're talking thing, Midnight's trying to turn this into a food chat, by the way. He was asking everybody in the chat room what they think I'm going to have for lunch. You know?
Cheeseburger.
I don't know. I think I scared him. I actually got a P.O. box for Mr. Midnight.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But you're right. I might go full out today and have a cheeseburger with French fries.
Rick, this is the third straight week I've been on your chat, and you've had either hamburger or cheeseburger after.
Hey, I could eat hamburgers 7 days a week. I really could. I love hamburgers. You know,
reminds me of somebody.
Yeah.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday.
Yep, that's me, Wimpy.
Well, there's 50 million ways to make hamburger.
Yeah.
That
used to be a food chain in England called Wimpy's.
Yeah.
You know, I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. There you go.
But you only have one hamburger?
No, two.
Go get 10 sack of White Castles and some onion rings.
No, but I think I'm going to have hamburgers with onion, tomato. Unfortunately, I'm out of lettuce, so it's just going to be onion and tomato, ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard.
Did you say ketchup?
Ketchup on a hamburger, yeah.
I guess it's excuse for a hamburger.
You know.
What's worse is he said mayonnaise. Oh.
No, then what I'm going to do is squirt some ketchup. I don't like ketchup all over my fries, so I squirt a little pile in the the corner plate. That doesn't have a corner, but on one part of the plate, where I can dip my fries in. Ketchup in one area, then I'll have a scoop of mayonnaise in the other. French fries and mayonnaise are fantastic.
Here you go, Rick. I'll give you an
Especially if
idea.
you miss.
Take your hamburger, fry it on the stove, put cheese on it, put it on a bun, then batter dip it and deep fry it.
There you go. Well, I see Dano out in the Gun Channels chat. So I don't know if you've seen them, but let me do that. There's a link to the chat room over on Gun Channels. Oh, hang on. I got a thing here for Dano down the bottom here. I'll send him one of them message things. See if he wants to join us. There we go.
Damn it, if you don't poke him, he may not notice us.
There you go. Midnight Rain says, he goes, mustard, mayo, ketchup, relish, minced onion, tomato, lettuce. Oh, yeah, have all that on there. Oh, yeah. I can't beat it. Yeah, the onion, instead of raw, I might actually saute it in the pan.
Habaneros.
And
sauteed onions on a hamburger are fine. I can deal with that.
I'm going to use sharp cheddar cheese on my burgers, too. Yeah. What I'm waiting, I ordered some Branston pickles. It's a jar of it's brown sort of like pickle spread. It's English. You have to look it up online. It's called Branston pickle, and you normally have it with cheese. I normally have cheese and Branston pickle sandwiches.
That's a freaking limey thing, ain't it?
Yeah. But where I'm going with this is I ordered 2 jars from it. Actually, the company was based in Ireland. Right? I ordered 2 jars. They took my money. I received it the other day in this small box, real light. Well, jars ought to be heavy. I'm saying, what in the hell is this? And I opened the packing label says Branston pickle. I opened the box up, and I got 2 boxes of Cadbury's cream eggs.
Maybe they're suggesting you put one of those on your hamburger.
So I'll give them credit. I emailed them and said, you sent me the wrong item. And, within an hour, they emailed me back and they apologized and they said there was a mix up on the shipping floor, and they're sending me out my order.
You want to hear something cool about a mix-up shipping thing? I received a package yesterday, right? And I didn't know what it was, so I brought it in. I cut open the bag, and there's a box in there. Inside, it was a Streamlight Stinger, the high output 800 lumen flashlight with the charger and the wall mount and all these little rubber band things, whatever. Anyways, it had my address exactly. All the numbers, everything was my address, somebody else's name, and it ends up it's a new neighbor I got a couple houses down. But for a minute there, I had a Stinger flashlight and it's LED, and it was weird because I pull it out, I'm messing with it because I don't know what the hell it is, who got it for me or whatever, and I turn it on and LEDs are cold. They don't get hot. This thing heated my face up. It was so bright. So I'm glad I had my eyes closed. But
yeah, hey, but
I gave it back to him. So
see, that's what I'm saying. I would just keep my mouth shut. I don't know nothing about it.
Well, no, because it was a $150 flashlight.
Yeah, well,
because I checked and I was like, "What is this?" And it had a shipping label or packing slip, and it said if you're exporting, it gave all these export laws and stuff for. I don't know. It came from Kentucky somewhere, but anyways, the neighbor came down and he's an Army guy, but he seemed pretty cool. So if he's out there listening, I didn't mess with it, but he got it back too quick and I couldn't review it. I was going to review it real quick, but
would he be worried that because you're a Marine, you would have broke it?
No, I was just too tough to give it back, I guess. I don't.
Yeah. You want it? Fight me for it.
Well, what I think it is he ordered it but shipped it to my house because he didn't want his wife knowing he bought a $150 flashlight.
That makes the most sense. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that Marine down the road, man, he gave me a flashlight. Look at that. So I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, David the Kingpin Bowling has joined us. How you doing, David?
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Just finishing up work for the day. Figured I'd pop in and say hello, and just in time to say goodbye.
Hello.
How is everybody?
We're doing good. How about yourself?
Oh, it's busy but good.
Yeah, that's good. So what's happening in Maryland today that we need to know about?
They still hate all your guns, and they're not really a fan of anybody who's not rich and liberal moving here. So 99% of the American public probably not welcome here. Just let you know.
Yeah.
So in other words, it's everything that happens on a regular day here.
Yeah, you're right. I know one thing. I've mentioned I am going to the NRA. Was it convention? Is that what they call it? Or conference? Convention, I think, up in Indianapolis at the end of April.
Hey, did you hear that it's a good idea to buy your tickets in advance?
Well, you don't have to buy them, do you?
Well, that's just it. I've heard some people say you have to buy, and it's like, wait, I thought if you had a membership, there's your ticket.
I pre-registered. They had a pre-register website. So okay. I'm assuming my free. I didn't think you paid. I thought they were free. I thought they'd just send me tickets where I could walk straight in without having to stop where everybody's lining up.
Maybe it's pre-register and I'm getting it mixed up. You might have explained this to me before and I just don't remember.
Yeah, but I could be wrong.
Hasn't happened yet, but it could be.
Yeah. No, I'm wrong most of the time. But that's okay. That's all right. So anyway, where I was going, I'm going to the NRA at the end of it. I think it's April 26th, 27th, 28th. It's around there anyway. Well, I'm going. If anybody else is going, let me know what day you're going, and because I might go both days, Saturday or Sunday. But if more people are going to be there one particular day, I'll make sure I make it that day. Then the second day will be optional. So if anybody wants to be there, and hopefully I'll have some stickers with me to hand out. Oh, talking about stickers, did you get your package, Squib?
Yes, I did. I've been running around and doing a lot of things, and I forgot to let you know. I forgot to let Budget know too. I got something from him too. So.
All right, I just want to make sure it didn't get lost in the mail. That's good.
No, but the mail has a tendency to do that, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They either say it's going to take 4 days and it shows up overnight, or you pay for overnight service and never see it.
Nah. Midnight Range is going. It would be funny if Patriot ordered a flashlight and received the vibrator. His expression when he inboxed and felt it up to what it was would be priceless.
Mm.
Yeah, that's typical Midnight.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to mistake that, I think. But
yeah.
The funny thing is when Midnight goes to his P.O. box and opens up an envelope and it's empty. Now that would be funny.
A P.O. box.
Yeah, because he just still don't trust me.
A P.O. box, to me, a P.O. box means you don't trust somebody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But say that. I mean, I had a P.O. box one time when I lived up in Maine when I was working for the government. I lived in Maine for 18 months. I lived in a little village called Machias, and I worked at a Navy base called Cutler. I mean, it had a total of 100, I think it was 103 military people there. That was it. All that was there was, it was to do with submarines. It was the low frequency towers. I mean, these towers are 200 or 300 feet high, and there was about 4 or 5 of them there, and that was their job, was to maintain those. And the base finally closed down. That's how I ended up in Connecticut. That's where they sent me. But the base closed down because it went from a manual operation to automated by computers. So they didn't need the Navy there anymore. You know, but I was there, but this town was so full. I lived in that. Machias was the closest town. I lived in a little village called Cutler. The name of the base, and it didn't have a mail service where I lived, so I had to have a P.O. box. You know, because the mailman didn't come out to where I lived. It was, you know, they just didn't. They just weren't there. I mean, that was a great place. I mean, it was a double wide mobile home, and it had a double garage, had a trout stream in the backyard. Right, it was a 3-bedroom mobile thing. There was only me, right, and it had 10 acres, a trout stream running through it, and it cost me $350 a month. It was nice, but the only bad thing about it was, which they didn't tell me when they rented it, when I was there renting it, was it was the mooses. What do you call a herd of mooses? Mooses?
Moose.
One.
Yeah, meese.
Nice.
You know what it was the side of the garage in my backyard out into the woods behind my house was a migration route or a trail that the mooses would walk on in the morning. They walked through my yard, right? So I found out that I didn't go. I either had to go to work real early, or I was late, because I remember the first time I opened my door, you know, to go to work. I stepped out on the deck, and there was about 3 humongous bull mooses out there. I think it could have been a bull and 2 females, but they were humongous things, and I just backed up nice and slowly, because a moose is his eyesight's not that great. So if he doesn't know what it is, he charges it because he has no natural enemies anymore since there ain't no wolves around, especially this part in the east there, right? So I just backed up and went and had another cup of coffee. I used to drink coffee at home in those days, and I just waited till him to clear out before I went to work. But it was nice seeing all that kind of stuff. So, but there you go. I mean, Maine is a beautiful state. It's the last place on the East Coast where you can go into the woods and not see anybody for 3 days. It's that remote up there in that part of the country I was at. So, if you're into winter sports, it only had 2 seasons, winter and August. But the mosquitoes, oh my God, they're like birds. But then they also had these little black little nit things. I can't remember the correct word for them, but I was allergic to them. I found out because I went fishing one day, and I didn't know about them. They're landing on me all over the place. I said, I can't take this. I go home. The next day, my arms are all swollen and spotchy and stuff. So I went to the doctors, and he said, what happened? I told him, and he done a test. He said, yeah, you're allergic to those things, so you got to stay covered up. He said, wear netting when you wear long sleeve shirts and put netting over your head. He says, I said, shit, I didn't go fishing after that. I said, screw it. I'm rambling on about my life here. Nobody's talking. So anyway, anything else we want to talk about? Anybody got anything you want to bring up? I thought it was the disgrace in the House, not the House, in the Senate when they done the red flag laws, and every one of their experts was an anti-gunner. They didn't have nobody on the pro-gun side up there as experts, witnesses. So
why would they? That would go against their entire agenda they're trying to push,
Yeah.
So can we call in a red flag law on all these politicians? Can we call the local law enforcement where they live and say, I thought I saw them?
Well, more likely when the bill goes to the president
with a gun making threats.
More likely when the bill goes to the president's desk, they'll be exempt, like they are from most laws they write. You ever notice that? A lot of these laws, politicians are exempt from those laws. So, unknown user says you haven't seen a mosquito until you've been in the Florida swamps. I saw a Florida mosquito stand flat-footed and fuck a turkey. Oh, that caught me funny. That's all. Sorry. So, all right. So anyway, I thought it was terrible in that committee. I listened to some of it, but I was, I was listening to them and I'm thinking, what a bunch of bull they're coming out. Some of these things they're coming out with, somebody come out with the 90% of American crap thing again. And why didn't somebody on the panel go, show me that study where I can see it in black and white? You keep spouting it, but nobody ever shows it to anybody. Nobody does that. They're all cowering to this. So I got a feeling red flag laws are going to pass. I really do.
Yeah, the red flag law is absolutely going to pass. That's just going to happen. Get used to it. And one of the things, I couldn't stay on budget show last night. Some things came up I had to run. But talking about the lawsuits, like if I call in on Rick and file a false red flag report, that I can be held accountable for that. That's not going to happen. Just forget about that too, because proving the intent, if I call and say, you know, I don't like Rick just because I don't like the car that he drives and I think he's scary, so I'm going to turn in a red flag bill and say that he's dangerous or he threatened me. How are you going to prove that I didn't feel in danger at that time? You know, I might have been wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. Rick is a nice guy. He had no ill feel toward me. I mean, he's the greatest guy on earth. But at that time, I was in fear for my life. How are you going to prove that that wasn't true?
You can't. You can't unless you heard somebody tell somebody else, I'm going to do it just to fuck him up.
Yeah, if there's a conspiracy that you can prove that people have gotten together and you can prove that it was a setup, yeah. But if I just don't like you and I decide to call it in, you're not going to be able to prove that I wasn't in fear for my life.
You're right. That's not even going to be in the bill, I don't think. You know? But
so where is it right? Where is it right now? In Congress or the Senate?
It's in the Senate. It's still at the committee stage.
Yeah.
See,
I don't know. So do you think Trump will sign it? Do y'all think Trump will sign it if it passes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if it passes the Senate, it's going to he'll sign it.
Lindsey Graham said the other day that it was on Trump's initiative that they're pushing for this in the Senate in the first place. So he's almost forcing Trump to sign it.
That's what pisses me off, man. Trump is not as pro Second Amendment as we thought he was.
Absolutely. I mean, he was the one that on national TV and said, take the guns first and due process later.
That's right. I'm not voting for him again. I don't care. You know? I don't care if the most liberal Democrat gets in. He won't get my vote again.
You know? See, I don't think they're going to put anything as far as stipulations of filing false claims, just under the gist of, you know, if you make a claim because you kind of feel that way, you know, it might save one person. You know, under that gist, I don't think they would actually write anything, or they might do it vague, but I don't feel they would ever go after somebody for malicious intent. You know, unless it was totally crazy extreme or something.
In Maryland's law, it's written in there that they cannot go after you, even if it's proven that it's a false report.
Well, I think they would do that because that would deter people from, you know, oh, well, I'm not very certain that this person is, you know, crazy or doing whatever. You know, they're going to put something in there like that so that it guarantees anybody that's got a whim can and will be able to, you know, submit one or something.
Now, I got a question for you guys. This will make a good topic here for the next few minutes. Anyway,
Blue.
Talking about the red flag laws. Here you go. We're all saying that it's going to pass, right? They are going to pass, right? Now we're meant to, as a Second Amendment guy, you know, shall not be infringed, right? Should we let them go through the way they want them, or should we fight to at least try to get it as best as we can? That you know what I'm saying? Let's try to get in there. That we have due process. You know, a court's got to do something first. That you get a chance to say something before they come and take them, or or something like that, to make it as best as we can. Or do we just let them roughshod and put in it what they want?
All the due process.
I'm under the opinion, we know they're going to pass. We know it. I think we should fight to try to make the.
Oh yeah, you're always supposed to fight
as best as possible.
All of the due process is already written into the laws. You know, it's already there. Due process is written into the laws, but it's also written into the law that they can come and snatch them before due process. And once again, you're going to get back into a legal battle of imminent threat. You know, this one guy who might have an old lever action 22 that's got more dust on it than anything else, you know, you can send him a letter and have him come down with his gun with a lock on it to the courthouse and turn it in and give him his court date. The guy that's got the black scary AR-15, we'll just go get him right now. We'll give him his court date after we get the guns. So due process is already written into the law, and that's exactly the argument that they'll use, and that's exactly arguments that people who favor the gun channel, the red flag laws already use is there's plenty of due process written into these laws because it's true, it's there. It's also written in there that they can skip right over top of due process.
Hey, what Rick? Your original question isn't that what the NRA did, and that's why everybody hates them? Because I mean, the assault weapons ban was going to
that's
pass
what made
anyways.
that's what made
So
me bring it up, and
yeah,
was
because
sort of the thing. That was the sort of the thing that Hickok 45 was trying to say.
exactly, and that's what. And people just hate Hickok because they don't know why. Okay,
Yeah,
most of the people that hate the NRA just is like, oh well, they're not 100% behind everything we say or think, you know, and it's idiotic, and they don't listen. But I knew what you was trying to say with that, Rick.
yeah. I mean, they're going to pass because President Trump said that's what he wants. So, I mean, it's like the bump stock ban. He said that he told the Justice Department that's what he want, and they went out and done it.
I think we should actively campaign against Trump. I'm serious.
You know, now he's done this thing on the red flag laws, so they're going to do it. And yes, we don't agree with the NRA, but that's what they're trying to say is it's going to happen. So let's try to make it the best we can. And I know that's compromise, basically. But what do you want to do? Do you want them to write a red flag law that's really going to fuck us? Or try to make it as best as possible?
What are you going to do with the rest of your freedoms when you campaign against Trump and Cory Booker gets elected president and takes away your free speech and takes away your health care and takes away your fast cars and all these other kinds of things?
You don't think that will come underneath Trump? Trump's a liar.
No, I don't. Yeah, no kidding. Big surprise. Trump is a liar. I'm not surprised by that. But I think it's really, really pushing it to say kick Trump out of office and let some crazy liberal get the presidency. You know,
well, then
every one of our other freedoms will be shot too.
We'll move faster. We'll deal with it when it comes. You know.
Well, I disagree with you on that, brother. I enjoyed the conversation back and forth, but I really disagree with that.
I'd rather have somebody in there who I know. I know the Democrats' agenda. Trump, I thought I knew what he was going to do, but he lied. Trump's a sneaky bastard. I don't know what he's going to do. He'll say one thing and do the complete opposite.
But the Democrat that runs against him is going to do all the things that you're worried he's going to do or that he's done and more. So it's another one of those lesser of two evils. And I know a lot of people can't stand that, but guess what? This is real life. That's the way it works. You're not voting for the person who's going to do the most to help you. You're going to vote for the person who's going to do the least amount of damage to you. They're all liars. They're all going to do damage to you.
Let's say he gets reelected in 2024. A Democrat's going to get in. There's never been 16
all
years.
All you're doing is delaying the inevitable.
So let's just
Trump is going to stab us in the back, and any Democrat candidate that gets in there is going to stab us in the back, and the next Republican that gets in there is going to stab us. And if they get an independent, he's going to stab us in the back. The thing is, who's going to use the smallest knife and stab the least amount of times? And I know that's not the way we want it to work. This is America. We deserve better, but this is what we've got. So unfortunately, we have to work with it. And I know there's a lot of people out there that just can't accept that, but that's the way it's been. And throwing all your votes out the window isn't going to change that. So
no, you got to get off your ass and make everybody aware of it. Because I still say that there's a huge amount of people out there that don't know anything about what's going on. And the less people that know, the more shit you can push through. And it's always
it's not just that they don't know, but they also don't care. They're like, this don't affect me. I don't care. That's kind of why I'm, a pro-abortion, because it don't affect me. I don't care. So whatever.
You're right, though, Patriot, because I go on about cousins I've got around me. They're country bumpkins.
Yep.
Plain and simple. Right? I was talking about the universal background checks to one of them the other day, and he had no clue what I was talking about.
Yep. And going back to throwing your vote away and letting in, your Democrat or whatever, do you know the stuff that just passed in New York and the stuff they were trying to pass in Virginia? People say they're pro-abortion because they're morons or whatever. That's fine, but killing is killing. And when you can kill something that's already out of the woman, I mean, that's ridiculous. But hey, if that's what you like,
Tony's back.
So I just say push it out. You got to get people aware, because there's a lot of people that like my town. It's the majority is liberals, Democrats, but there's not one gun shop in here that's ever empty. It's always full. The parking lots are always full, but they're all Democrats, but they have guns. So this looking one way and calling one side and all that kind of stuff. You got to get the awareness up, because I'm guaranteed you walk into a shop, there's a good majority don't know that they had hearings this week, and if they do, it's just by passing. There's a lot, unless you watch them or unless you're stuck in here talking on YouTube, which I know everybody out there knows. What's that?
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Were you talking?
I think so.
I didn't hear a word. I think I lost connection for a split second there, because everything went dead on me.
Oh.
Anyway, before we get carried on again, let me do my question for my quiz for my big swag pack I'm giving away. Now, you guys ready? You guys are going to have to either do a lot of searching on this one. It's amazing, but Google will be able to help you out.
42.
All right. Going way back to the 70s. Kojak. Who loves you, baby? Us old folks remember the TV show Kojak. What I want to know, what was the two handguns that he carried? He carried one kind of weapon as his main weapon in Kojak from 73. It started in 73 to 70. I mean, he carried both of these. The show was from 73 to 78. Right? And there was two different guns that he carried. Now I want to know what they were. So there's your search. Send me, it's a mail-in quiz. Mail it into Rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottyrick@gmail.com. What were the two weapons that Kojak used as his main weapons in the show? That's what I want to know. So it's back in the 70s, guys. The bald-headed guy, Telly Savalas, wasn't that his name or whatever? I can't remember now. I think it was. The panel's quiet. You guys?
Yes, it was Telly Savalas.
Yeah, there you go. And he used to suck on the lollipop. So there we go. So that's the question. I want to know what weapons he carried. So. All right. Anything else, guys? No? All right. Starting shortly. Minuteman University from G-Webs. So that's another good one to listen to join in. Sometimes I'll sit in my recliner and put it on my YouTube on my TV. I got one of them nice smart TVs. and do YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu. Can do it all from my TV there. It's great. But I don't subscribe to Hulu because I refuse to pay for a service and have commercials. That pisses me off to no end. But they do have some good British shows on that service.
You have cable? I'm about tired of cable. I pay $116 a month and get crap. There is nothing on TV anymore.
Cable doesn't come out to where I live. I have to have satellite.
I'm thinking about getting satellite.
Which is kind of stupid. They ran a DSL line to me for internet. So why can't they run me a cable TV? But hey, I got Dish satellite, and I got a deal for a couple of years. When the contract's over, I'll see what I go to from then. You know.
Yeah, I was going to cut out my cable and just bump up the internet speed, and the guys heard me say that, and so Thursday and half of Friday, I had no internet. I had cable though. Cable was still on, but no internet. So.
I'm thinking of getting rid of Amazon Prime. You know, because I don't buy as much stuff as I used to. So, is it worth? Plus, the price went up.
Do you realize that you can watch thousands of movies and TV shows and shit with Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Well, see, I was going to get the Prime just so I could fling it to my TV, but you can't fling it to your TV. You got to use the app.
Where I was going with this is, I got.
Is it just me or did Rick cut out?
I think he got something.
He cut out.
He muted himself.
He probably got a phone call.
You badmouthed the internet service and they pulled the plug on you.
Frying those hamburgers up.
But yeah, I was going to get the Amazon Prime, but I couldn't fling it to the TV. You have to use the app on there, and the TV is not accessible to me. I can play it on my phone. So I'm sure there's using Chromecast or something.
That new big screen TV you bought?
Yeah, about 60-inch.
My boss was telling me his cable bill with just Wi-Fi and then basic cable, like no pay channels or anything like that, is $200 a month.
That's ridiculous. That's way too much.
Mine was $185.
I'm not going to tell you guys what I pay for that crap.
What's weird about that is they give the new guy, like if you were going to sign up today, you get all kinds of discounts and all kinds of coupons and everything and free rentals and months off. But the people who have been on the service for 10, 15, 20 years, they don't get nothing but a bigger bill each year.
Yeah. You just call the retention center and tell them you're leaving. You want to quit, cancel it, then they'll give you money off. But Rick just dropped it from the channel, so we have about 5 minutes before it crashes unless he gets back in. So, and
there ain't nothing on broadcast TV. You remember when as a kid, there used to be like those 4 or 5 channels that if you didn't have cable, you could watch. That don't even exist anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, all the
or you can just watch YouTube videos all day long, and you don't need any of
that. My Mickey Mouse internet just went down. I'm on my telephone. I'm on my phone right now with a mobile hotspot.
Now,
that's what I have to play with. I mean, I had to restart. I mean, look at my thing down there; it's backwards. I have to redo.
Here we have 24 local broadcast channels.
Really?
Yep.
Well, you're a lucky man then, Tony.
They ain't any of them really any good, but we got them.
I think we have 2 here, and I have to get one of those crazy, those antennas that you buy in the infomercials to be able to get those.
I don't know. We got all the local TV stations offer about 3 different freaking channels on each one. So,
well, I tell you what, I was born in '77. So from '77 up until about '87, '88, and when I lived in Louisville, we didn't have cable. We had the regular 5 channels, and they were good channels. I mean, they had movies, and the news came on them. And my grandfather, he wouldn't pay for cable.
Yeah,
and now
several here that are playing movies most of the time. They're old B-rate movies. Some of them are all right. A lot of it's just silly, but it's beats the shit out of the $240 a month cable bill I used to have.
That's right.
Well, you guys have a wonderful day. I got to take off. I have an appointment I'm getting with. So, and thanks, Rick, for the invite. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. And make sure you check out the Defend Liberty Project. # Defend Liberty Project.
Can you guys see now?
See you, Patriot.
All right, talk to you later. Your stuff's in the mail, Dave.
Hey,
sweet. Thank you.
Hey, you guys there?
You hear? Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about it. My internet's playing up. We're gonna have to cut it short, guys. I don't know how long I'm going to before I get knocked off again. So I do apologize for everybody. Thank you all for being here. I will try to get this all sorted out for back in business by Wednesday. But thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks for the link, Rick. See you guys later.